a commissioner with the North Carolina Utilities Commission, and I will be presiding over this hearing today. With me are Commissioners Kimberly W. Duffley and Karen M. Camerite. I now call for hearing dockets number W-938 sub 6 and W-1328 sub 8, which is the application of Baytree Waterfront Properties, Inc., hereinafter referred to as times as Baytree, and Redbird Utility Operating Company, LLC, doing business as Redbird Water, hereinafter referred to as times as Redbird, for transfer of public utility franchise and for approval of rates. Before we proceed further, as I am required by the State Government Ethics Act, I remind members of the Commission of our duty to avoid conflicts of interest, and I inquire at this time as to whether any commissioner has any known conflicts of interest with respect to these dockets. Let the record reflect that I have no such conflict and that no such conflicts have been identified by the other commissioners. On October 9th, 2020, Redbird and Baytree filed with the Commission an application for authority to transfer the wastewater utility system and public utility franchise serving the Windermere Point subdivision in Montgomery County, North Carolina, from Baytree to Redbird, and for approval of rates. The transfer application requests that the Commission approve the transfer of the wastewater system assets, approve the transfer of the public utility franchise from Baytree to Redbird, and approve wastewater rates as currently approved. The present rates for the Windermere Point subdivision were approved in dockets W-938 sub 5 and M-100 sub 138 and have been in effect since January 1st, 2017. Baytree currently serves 26 residential customers in the Windermere Point subdivision. Redbird supplemented the application several times after the initial filing, with the last supplemental filing occurring on August 2nd, 2023. On August 9th, 2023, the public staff filed a letter indicating that these dockets now include all of the information required for a complete application. On September 11th, 2023, Redbird filed its objections and confidential response to the public staff's confidential 9th set of data requests. On September 13th, 2023, the Commission issued an order scheduling hearings, establishing discovery guidelines, and requiring customer notice. The order scheduled a public witness hearing to be held on Wednesday, October 18th at 7 p.m. in the Montgomery County Courthouse in Troy, North Carolina, for the purpose of receiving public witness testimony on the application, as well as an expert witness hearing to begin on November 6, 2023 at 1 p.m. at the Dobbs Building Utilities Commission Hearing Room 2115 in Raleigh, North Carolina, and continuing as necessary until conclusion. On September 20th, 2023, the public staff filed a letter notifying the Commission that the parties had come to an impasse regarding the content of the customer notice. On that same date, Redbird filed a motion for approval of notice to customers. On September 25th, 2023, the Commission issued an order granting Redbird's motion and approving the company's proposed customer notice. On October 9th, 2023, Redbird filed the confidential and public redacted direct testimony and exhibits of Josiah Cox, consisting of 30 pages and 4 exhibits. On October 10th, 2023, the public staff filed a motion to revise the order scheduling hearings and discovery guidelines. On October 11th, 2023, the Commission issued an order amending discovery guidelines, filing dates for pre-file testimony and witness lists, and requiring reports. On October 12th, 2023, the public staff filed a motion to cancel the public witness hearings scheduled for Wednesday, October 18th. On October 13th, 2023, the Commission issued an order canceling the public witness hearing. On October 23rd, 2023, the public staff filed the direct testimony of John R. Hinton, consisting of 5 pages, 1 appendix, and 1 exhibit, the confidential and public redacted direct testimony of Hermandif Mida, consisting of 7 pages, 1 appendix, and 4 exhibits, and the confidential and public redacted testimony and exhibits of D. Michael Franklin, consisting of 19 pages and 1 appendix. On October 30th, 2023, Redbird filed the rebuttal testimony of Josiah Cox, consisting of 18 pages, and Catelyn O'Reilly, consisting of 5 pages. On November 1st, 2023, Redbird filed a witness list and estimated cross-examination times. On this past Friday, November 3rd, 2023, Redbird filed a motion for leave to file corrected rebuttal testimony and requested that the expert witness hearing be rescheduled. On November 6, 2023, the Commission issued an order granting Redbird's motion for leave to file corrected testimony. Corrected rebuttal testimony, I should state, and rescheduled the public witness hearing to begin on this date, time, and location, and continuing as necessary until conclusion. Also on November 6th, Redbird filed the corrected rebuttal testimony and exhibits of Josiah Cox, consisting of 20 pages and 2 exhibits. Of course, that brings us to today. And what I like to do is recognize the attorneys who are here on behalf of the applicant and on behalf of the public staff.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Dan Higgins. I'm appearing on behalf of Redbird Utility Operating Company, LLC.
Good morning, I'm Gina Hope with public staff on behalf of the public, and with me, council table are Attorney James Bernier and David.
Thank you. And one thing I want to do is remind the applicant that this is a legal proceeding and the commission is required to act within a certain period of time on these applications. However, the commission is not required to grant these applications. The commission is required to conduct a proceeding in order to determine whether granting a transfer, such as this one that's before us, meets the statutory requirements. The commission is not able to make this determination if the applicant fails to timely provide the required information, including rebuttal testimony and showing up for scheduled hearings. Failing to adhere to procedural schedules set forth by the commission in these proceedings will be grounds for the commission to miss your application. So I want to remind everyone, including the public staff, that commission is working to meet the statutory deadlines for many applications at this time. Not only the application relating to water transfers such as this proceeding, but also all the other matters before the commission, including several rate cases. The applicant appears to be under the impression that any day without a publicly scheduled hearing on our schedule is free, and that the parties can request that particular date for a rescheduled hearing pretty much at their prerogative and whim, and that's not the case. The commission has a full schedule, only some of which of the hearings that are there and publicly known to you are matters that we're taking care of. We are also conducting other business other than those things that appear on our public schedule in terms of hearings. And it doesn't mean just because there's a date on the calendar that you don't see a hearing, that we're going to be available to move forward and conduct a hearing in this particular case. So I wanted to kind of state that for the record because I've been concerned about the way things have worked in this particular proceeding. I mean, if I go back and I look at the initial scheduling order that was entered on September 13th of 23, it established an expert witness hearing for November 6th of 2023. And on October 10th, 2023, there was a revised scheduling order that was entered that restated that the expert witness hearing was going to be scheduled for November 6th, 2023. And in the October 10th, 2023 revised scheduling order, it stated that Redbird needed to submit rebuttal testimony and exhibits by October 30th, 2023. And Redbird did, in fact, file rebuttal testimony of Josiah Cox and Catelyn O'Reilly on Monday, the October 30th, 2023. But they waited until Friday, November 3rd, 2023, to file a motion to file corrected rebuttal testimony and to request a 30-day extension of a 180-day deadline. So, I mean, it gives me concern, of course, at that time and in that particular matter that was filed. You also requested that you be able to file that revised testimony by Tuesday, November 7th. Now, we did communicate through our staff, the commission staff, that we wanted to get that in by Monday, the 6th of November, instead of waiting until Tuesday, November 7th. And of course, they request a hearing date on Monday, December 11th and Tuesday, December 12th. I think that was being somewhat presumptuous, and that's disturbing to me and to the commission, that there would be that type of presumption made relating to our schedule and to our availability. And one thing I'd like to do, and I want to hear from the applicant, is when did you first discover that the rebuttal testimony that was filed on Monday, October 30th, was in error, or that it contained errors?
Commissioners, I apologize for the circumstances we find ourselves in. It's the first time I've been in this posture, quite frankly, and I appreciate that my client's regrettable mistaking of information from the Baytree Lake subdivision and including that in their initial rebuttal filed October 30th is what has brought us to the point we are. We filed that rebuttal on Monday, October 30th, late on the afternoon of Wednesday, which would have been November 1. We learned of the mistake and then had subsequent discussions with public staff. And with regard, I certainly did not intend to be presumptuous as to the commission's schedule. Public staff had identified dates that they thought might be available for hearing, and we offered those up. And so, with apologies for how that appears to have been construed, it was simply a function of the conversations we had with public staff about how we might move forward. I know that the commission is unhappy with the situation. I get that. But I also know that the commission wants a complete record, and a record that's based on accurate information. And so we have attempted to get us to that point, and I apologize for the confusion, the delay, and the circumstances that we're in.
Now, are you prepared to move forward today? I know you do not have your witness here.
I'm not. I communicated with commission staff that my witnesses are in a hearing before the Arizona Commission starting this morning. So that is a regrettable consequence of where we find ourselves. So I don't have witnesses that are available today.
And did you communicate to the witness that this matter was put on for today to be heard so that they could make a determination as to whether to come here or go and attend a hearing in another jurisdiction?
I did apprise once I got word of that the commission wanted to move forward or intended to move forward on Wednesday, I immediately communicated that information. The response was they were already committed to being a hearing at the Arizona Commission starting this morning. And so, quite frankly, they had a dilemma in terms of what to do. And they were not able to be here today. They couldn't be in two places at once. And
when was the Arizona hearing scheduled? Because I know we've had this as a backup date on our calendar since the original beginning date was, set.
Commissioner McKissick, I'm not involved in the Arizona docket. I'm sorry, I can't provide you with that information.
Okay. Well, I will be heard if you would like to make any kind of motion at this time.
Well, if I would ask that the commission recess this hearing to the earliest possible convenient date for the commission, and that we may resume then and have, I don't think this will take us a day. I think we can complete this in in 1 day or less. And so with that in mind, I would ask that the commission recess this until my witnesses can be available and public staff can be available, and as the commission's schedule allows.
Okay, and would you be waiving the, for 30 days?
Yes, sir.
In fact, it may in fact take longer. I will. Now, let me ask you this. At this point in time, you don't know what your client's availability is in terms of other potential dates that we may set today.
I don't have dates, Commissioner, but may I respectfully assure you that I would expect them to make absolutely every effort to accommodate. If I don't know how to proceed in this regard, if the commission would tell us potential dates and I would not presume to suggest any further dates, but if we could have some guidance, we would make every effort to be here as soon as possible.
Okay. And I'll now hear from public staff in terms of your thoughts as it relates to this issue.
The public staff does not object to a short delay in progressing with the hearing, especially in light of the fact that we received corrected information just Monday, and we would like the opportunity to conduct discovery on that corrected testimony.
Okay. Based upon the information that is available to us at this time, we're going to go ahead and set this hearing to begin on December 13th. And it will continue on to the 14th. I'd like to hear from public staff. Do you feel that's a reasonable time frame for you to work within in terms of rebuttal testimony or any discovery?
Yes, we think so.
And of course, I feel that these are dates that we can be available. And so we're going to set it on for hearing at that time, and we'll reflect into the record that the applicant agrees to a 30-day waiver. Would that be correct, sir?
Yes, sir, it would.
All right. With that said, we will go ahead and conclude our matters for the day. Are there any further matters that either the applicant or the public staff would like to bring to our attention that need to be addressed at this time?
Nothing further for the applicant.
Anything?
Nothing further from us.
All right, let the record reflect that we will stand in recess until December 13th, 2023 at 10 a.m. to begin the hearing in this proceeding. Thank you.
Thank you.